on it, and we lived right near the circle. So I used to ran that little thing around the circle 100 miles an hour. I knew I couldn't go on the street. One day I zoomed into the garage, and I put on the brakes, I thought, but I hit the gas. And I went straight into the cabinets and everything else we had in the back of the garage. And Mom came running out. Are you hurt? I said, no, I don't think so. She said, we got to do something with the scooter. I hope your dad got the insurance already.
What was this about the golf balls?
Well, a friend of mine and I decided that we would go to a driving range.
There's a lot of bad golf stories in the family.
And as the balls were hit, we'd run out, get them, put them in the back of the scooter.
So people were actually hitting the balls.
Oh,
when
yeah.
You were out there
It's a driving range.
You just didn't work there.
No.
Oh, yeah, I did. So after we
That was the key point, right?
after we filled the motor scooter trunk with the golf balls, we took off. And then we got home, and about 15 minutes later, they knocked on the door, and the guy said, did your son steal golf balls? And my dad looked at me and he said, you didn't steal any golf balls, did you? I said, no, I didn't. And the guy said, I see a bunch of them out on the front lawn. How did they get there? So we had to give all the golf balls back. And then my dad said, you're going to, no more driving that motor scooter for a while. And he told the kid that I was with, don't come over anymore.
Ooh.
So I got it. And then it was a time when my friend Tommy Zinglo and I think it was junior prom night. After everything was finished, we went out and got bearded up.
Drinking beer.
We just drank beer.
Yeah, let's clarify.
To do with the hair on your chin.
Yeah. And we came back home, and, Tommy had to go to the bathroom. So I said, okay, we'll go in. He said, I can't wait. Just go to the front lawn. So he went to the front lawn, and my dad opened the door at that time. He said, what are you doing? He said, I couldn't wait. He said, both of you get in here. He took us, he said, and we were pretty well snockered. Put us in the bathtub, turned the shower on. We were dressed. He said, I don't want to see you again until you can speak normally. And he closed the door. And my friend said, he's not my dad. Why am I doing that?
How old were you?
17.
Yeah, 16 or 17. Yeah.
But didn't you get kind of sick too?
Wasn't
And
there a
made you
little
clean
vomit
it?
involved?
Yeah.
Or is that a different story?
That's a different story.
That one has to do with rolling the car, I think.
Oh, God.
Well, I rolled
that's a different one.
we had a DeSoto. In those days, that was the first automatic. It's called fluid drive.
Maybe you misunderstood.
So we were going to go play basketball. So it was about 4 of us in the car, and we were driving along a road. There's a canal right next to it.
And you were driving.
I was driving, and my mom said before we left, "Don't watch yourself. Watch yourself. Dad doesn't know you're taking the car out." So I said, "Okay, nothing can happen." So we're driving along, and all of a sudden I hit a bad spot on the side of the road, and the car started to go
It's
over.
called the shoulder.
Not only did it go on the shoulder, it went into the canal.
Oh my God.
And it was sitting there like this. And the guys in there didn't worry about me. They took off out of there right away.
Got out?
And then I wasn't submerged.
It wasn't that
So
bad.
I got out.
He was in the canal.
There was water in the canal?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And what happened, what we did is we flagged somebody down and said, could you get somebody to bring a tow truck here and take us out of the canal? Said, yeah.
Were you still in the car?
Hmm?
Were you out of the car?
Oh, yeah, I got out of it. I didn't want us to get wet. I mean, the passenger side was down.
In the water.
Yeah.
Oh.
But he came and pulled it out, and I drove home. Yeah. The kids said, let me off really quick at the school. We didn't want to drive. When I got home, I went in the house, and I said, Mom, I had a little accident. She said, oh, God. She went out and looked. And she said, you know, there's not many bumps or anything in the car, but it's dirty and filthy, and you will stand out there and wash it before your father gets home, which I proceeded to do. And then when he got home, he said, walked in, how's everything?
Okay.
Mom said, everything's fine. Eddie decided he wanted to wash the car.
Good job.
But
Oh my gosh.
And he never noticed?
No.
never noticed.
He didn't have a good sense of smell.
No, but Mom took a hair dryer, and she made me stay out there, and she helped to dry off the seats and everything, so it didn't look like.
How big were the hair dryers
I
then?
don't think they had hair dryers.
They had
then.
something there, an air
A
blower
It must have
or
been a fan
something that.
because there was no hair dryers.
Those
then.
things were on rollers.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sit on your head.
yeah, there was no.
But we dried it out as much as we could, and he never said a thing.
Did he ever find out?
I don't think so.
She really was your protector.
Yeah, she was.
And she had a very good sense of humor.
Yeah.
I guess to be your protector.
She had to have a good sense of humor.
She was Dad's protector, too. You know, he got really sick for a while. He had a mental breakdown. And it was hard seeing my father like that.
What do you do? Have depression?
Yeah.
Yeah. Really bad. And my mom just took him over. And they walked on the beach every day. And she watched him for about 3 months. And I started walking with him, and he started to be so funny. He would stop people on the street and say, I think I'm crazy, but I'm always almost out of it. And I'd say, Dad, don't tell people those things. You know, it's not good. But all he wanted to do was tell people how better he is, how better he's getting to be. And that took another 3 months before he got out of that rut.
Wow.
And then he went back to work.
He needed shock treatments.
Yeah, but, well, they don't do that anymore.
Yeah, they do.
They do?
Yes.
Yeah, I took him.
Treatments?
I used to take him
For
to the
what?
shock treatment.
Not
Major
for
depression.
depression, for major depression?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really? Really?
Really well. People want it desperately.
I used to take him to the place where he got the electric shock, and he would go in there and he would look, pretty normal. And after I waited for him in the car, when he'd come out, he just, looked like a zombie.
Yeah.
They're different now. The procedures
would
are.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he got out of it fine, about a 6-month period. And Mom waited on him hand and foot, and watched him.
She was
Work?
wonderful.
He didn't work for 6
No,
months?
No,
he had a
he didn't.
partner.
She did.
They were partners in the shoe bar.
She ran everything. She ran all the
And she didn't have much time. She'd go in sometimes, but she just watched him.
She was so good because, I didn't know them at that point, but I heard that what she used to do was find things for him to do, little jobs, so that and give it to him and sit him down and have him do things to complete something. And each thing that he did, helped, gave him a sense of accomplishment and so on. And she used to find all kinds of little things for him to do until he got better and better and better. And she just took her time with him.
And what happened to have him go into that?
I think it was